Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Community Church of Sandwich, our members and our guests and everybody online. Good to have you on this great day. Are there any announcements for the good of the church or the community? Jennifer.
Good morning. As your moderator and in accordance with our bylaws, I respectfully announce an important upcoming meeting, a special church meeting that has been called on November 6th, Sunday, that we will have immediately following our worship service for the purpose of approving or denying the proposed changes to our bylaws that the church council approved at their October meeting. We're also going to be approving or denying the expenditure of approximately $3,692 for the replacement of 6 sashes in the basement windows at the Baptist Meeting House. Those are the basement windows that face Church Street. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Nancy, you're on. As part of the stewardship, I'm asked that if I could, last week we had the clipboards going around where we could sign up to be ushers or liturgists or helpful fellowship. So they're going to go around this week and again next week. And it's just a master list. You're not signing for any special date that but just so that we know that we feel more comfortable to approach you and say, hey, we need someone for fellowship, which we got this week. Thank you, Jackie. And fellowship is part of our time, our talents, and our treasure. It takes time to bake or to go to the store and pick up a few things. And you can do fellowship by yourself or ask someone to help you. If you don't bake, there's a lot of things that's great at Hannaford or Heath's. Just some store-bought cookies are great. And cheese and crackers is wonderful. Or just Judy's store used to go to the store and get the little ho-hos and the little Debbie snacks and just cut them in half, and they were great. Because the whole thing is the fellowship. It's to be down there and just talk with our friends and our church members. So when the clipboards, when the notebooks come around, please feel free to sign up for wherever you'd like to help us.
That's right, and I don't see Jackie's not up here. She's doing fellowship. She might be downstairs at this moment. But I always say, you don't have to be an overachiever like Jackie.
Right.
So Jackie, one of her gifts is she loves baking, and she loves, and so whenever Jackie does fellowship, right, it can be a little intimidating for the person the next week, you know. But like Nancy said, it doesn't need to be that way, right? It's about the fellowship. It's not about what's on the table. And so we do have the fellowship, the liturgist, and the usher list. I'm going to leave them all together. And I'm going to start here, and just during worship, just make sure they get to everyone. Maybe you signed last week. Maybe you weren't here. We're going to do it one more week after this to get signed up. And I also just wanted to mention next week we will be celebrating All Saints Day. Normally we celebrate it the Sunday after November 1st. That's been since I've been here, our tradition. But we are going to, since it's the 30th next week, November 1st is All Saints Day, we will be able to light candles in memory of loved ones. That will be next Sunday. Okay, so I just wanted to make you aware of that. And if you want to reach out to anyone whom you believe that would be important and meaningful for them to come and light a candle in memory of their loved one or loved ones, to invite them. Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
And speaking of stewardship, one of those talents is time. So on Monday, 31st, which is Halloween, we will be giving out candy on the front steps of the church. And I can guarantee it's a fun time. You can bring your own costume, or you can have to wear one if you don't want to. I have a special costume this year. Or we can fix you up with an angel, or I think there's a couple of Holstein cows over there that can be fitted to somebody. And Marshall was with me last year, so we had a good time. Watching the kids come around and all their get-ups is hilarious. And we also can always use more candy to give out. And back to the stewardship thing, I think if you buy stuff, the deacons will reimburse you, correct? Or not?
Sure.
If the money thing is an issue.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
So, anyway, I'm looking for some little costume people for Monday. Feel free to join or hang out and have a Reese's cup. Already tested. I had to test a couple of them.
Make sure they're safe.
That's right. Let's make sure they were safe.
And that reminds me,
It's 6 o'clock, I think.
6 o'clock?
I think.
And that reminds me, the school parade that day, on next Monday, the school parade is at, the letter I believe said 1:45, and we are part of that school parade, so I'll be dressed up and hoping that we get others to hand out candy to the school kids that come around with their formal parade. They didn't have it the last 2 years, so it'll be, fun to do that as well. Thank you. And I too will have a special costume.
Anybody else?
It's gonna be a costume.
Yes, ma'am.
And if all of that wasn't fun enough, we have our pumpkin carving next Sunday from 1 to 3 over at the Baptist Meeting House. So if you'd like to carve some pumpkins. I know that Parks and Rec is doing the pumpkin wall over at Remick Park. They're putting them out on Friday night, and I'm sure if you wanted to carve on Sunday and add it to the wall, that would be fine.
Nice. Thank you.
Anybody else? Hearing none, we shall do our Minister of Christian reading. based on 1 Chronicles 29, 1 through 13. Praise be to you, O God, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, from everlasting to everlasting.
Yours, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the majesty and the splendor, for everything in heaven and earth is yours.
Yours, O Lord, is the kingdom. You are exalted as head over everything.
Wealth and honor come from you. You are the ruler of all things.
In your hands are strength and power to exalt and give strength to all.
Now, God, we give our thanks and praise your glorious name. You are not a God created by human hands. You are not a God dependent on any mortal man. You are not a God in need of anything we can give by your plan. That's just the way it is. You are God alone from before time began. You were on your throne. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. You are God alone. You're the only God whose power none can contend. You're the only God whose name and praise will never end. You're the only God who's worthy of everything we can give. Our God, that's just the way it is. You are God alone from before time began. You are on your throne. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. You are God alone. Unchangeable, unshakable, unstoppable, that's what you are. Unchangeable, unshakable, unstoppable, that's what you are. You are God alone from before time began. You are on your throne. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are God alone. You are God alone. Unchangeable, unshakable, unstoppable, that's what you are. Unchangeable, unshakable, unstoppable, that's what you are.
Please join me in the unison opening prayer. Creator